Alright, welcome to your unique situation. Due to time constraints, my round one matchup in one of the biggest tournaments in the history of Gods Unchained, the big invitational being featured on the Gods Unchained channel in front of all of the fans, was put on the back burner due to time constraints. It's been cut and it's going to be a YouTube exclusive. That's what this video is right here. I've got the exciting matchup between myself and Copperpitch. I hope you all enjoy it, and let's just go ahead and get this going. Welcome to the Invitational. We're going to be having this round on my YouTube channel, which was unexpected, but due to time constraints, we couldn't get on the big network. But you will be getting the FakeMews commentary. Here, it is myself taking on my teammate, Copperpitch, in the round of 8. He cues light, I cue deception, and let's get the show on the road. We're going second. We don't like to see that, but we will try our best anyways. The double armor lurker is interesting indeed. Get rid of the assassin's aim. Of course, then we get Merrick. I don't need the double armor lurker because of Ukos and Eclipse. That's pretty problematic. The Blade of the White Plane, not super necessary in the opening hand. Madame Denholm's actually a pretty effective card in this matchup. I do like having one armor lurker. 1, 2, 3 is a decent curve, so we'll keep this. That will be the game plan. This is an open deck list format, so I do know what Copperpitch is playing. Copperpitch does indeed know what I am playing as well. So we'll go ahead and we'll get the Shadow Cat out on T1. This could bait a Ukos and Eclipse, or it could bait absolutely nothing. But we're probably going to play Madame Denholm on 2 and Merrick on 3. We don't want to have this and this in play because of the potential of getting wrecked by Ukos and Eclipse. That he could get 2 for 1, and he would be kind of expecting that. He goes ahead, he gives order. Jeez, it's so tempting to play Armor Lurker here because it goes so nicely into what he just played. But we'll just go ahead, go face. This utilizes the most mana, Madame Denholm to you. Go ahead and get that in play. It is hidden, which is pretty annoying, and produces 1/1 tokens every single turn. So he could go for an Ukos and Eclipse, but again, keep in mind, Madame Denholm will still live. And they're going to go ahead with the Martyr of the White Plane, which is a very interesting new card from the new expansion. Here, I want to go ahead and remove this. Unfortunately, I have to commit the Armor Lurker here, and we're just going to do this. And we're going to utilize our God Power to get around the minion. We are set up in a situation where he can get 2 for 1 value out of Ukos and Eclipse. We're putting the question to our opponent here, but with the Switch Duelist in hand, we Merrick and Switch Duelist the following turn if he indeed has Ukos. If he has it, we're going to see it right. Well, he would have played it first, but okay, so he does not indeed have it. So that's very interesting. Okay, here. So we have options this turn. If I kill this, it goes right back to his hand, which is problematic. We've just got a bunch of 1/1 Skulkers, which don't really accomplish too much at the moment. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a very simple line, kind of slow, admittedly, a little bit slow here, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the order of operations correct. This is a big stage. This is a big stage indeed. We're going to go face with this, face with this. This is going to hit here. That's going to give us the Pick in the Sanctum. This Pick in the Sanctum is indeed the Rune of Strength. There is no doubt about that in this situation. So now the question is do we want to play Surprise Delivery or do we want to play Merrick? And it could really go either direction here. Either is a pretty solid line. I don't think he's going to go super wide this turn. I'm leaning more toward Merrick. Let's go ahead and get Merrick in play. You could have also argued Rune of Strength on the cat as a line too. Certainly is one line. This is a sitting duck. They'll probably kill it with the Pyramid Warden. But again, with this going into the void does give us the chance to get back something useful from Pyramid Warden, which is never a guarantee. Interesting. He's going face. This seems like Ukos and Eclipse top deck potentially. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. So maybe I should have played the Ruin of Strength on the Shadow of Lethanon, kind of getting exposed there with the line we took last turn. And they're going to be able to go ahead and potentially get value here, giving everything soulless. This is still a 0-1. This is a great start for Copperpitch in game number 1. He's going to pick the Rune of Fire from the Sanctum, which is indeed the best card for him. So kind of an awkward spot for us indeed. He can't target either of our minions. They are hidden. Merrick is a very interesting minion. We've already got a Rune of Strength, so if we can kind of get some big burst going, we can have some good moments potentially. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get rid of this front line while we can. The Shadewalker and the Switch Duelist do indeed come on the board here. And next turn could get a little bit spicy. We can go a little bit bursty next turn if we want. A little bit bursty. Another Ukos and Eclipse would be tough. They could get rid of this and Madame Denholm. He's probably going to heal up his Pyramid Warden. That would be my guess on his line. We can actually hide in Rune of Strength and push a lot of damage face. Enough damage face is the question. I think the answer to that is absolutely not enough damage. I think that is the answer to that question. They're going to go ahead and get the Shield Maiden and play this for board presence. Assassin's Aim. A lot of options this turn. So this has to trade here. That is without question. Lips Are Sealed is very likely for him. So the way we're going to play around Lips Are Sealed, and a lot of people are going to think this is a mistake initially, is we're going to play this. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. And the idea is that this guy actually ends up 1 strength at end of turn. No, wait. Since it's not going to be hidden, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It was the correct. It's okay. It's okay. So still applying a lot of pressure here, hiding this minion because we can. This is a very legitimate question to ask our opponent: is the Shadewalker, do they have Lips Are Sealed here? It's kind of an essential card for our opponent. They need the Lips Are Sealed. If they have it, they're going to hit here, play Lips Are Sealed to lock this down and probably kill this minion as well. And then Surprise Delivery does push toward lethal. So this is a very tight and exciting game number 1. Coming down to, does he have the Lips Are Sealed? He definitely needs to play it. And he definitely needs to remove this. So yeah, he removes this. That attack is correct. He needs to kill the Merrick while he can. And he does indeed do that. We're going to see Ukos and Eclipse here, probably. Not Ukos, Lips Are Sealed. Lips Are Sealed is probably what is coming. I mean, I can't imagine anything else he would have here. If he just ropes, then it's just going to be lethal. Inescapable Duty to get back what? And heal? And okay. So this hits here and we just hide this, it's still lethal. So we're going to go ahead and take game number 1. Can hide this minion. And excellent. We take game number 1 and we'll go ahead and play game number 2 next. Game number 1 went our direction, so we have to play nature and they are requeuing with their light deck, sticking with the deck they lost with in game 1. We're going first, which we do indeed like to see. We always pick Animal Bond with this deck, and let's get rid of this. It's a little bit too expensive. This with this is very intriguing. The thing is this is just a very tough hand to keep. I think we would rather have the Blade Fly, but it's close. Selena is interesting too. We need a turn 1 something here. Not a good draw. Not a good draw indeed. Having to pass on 1 with this list is really bad. Okay, they have the early game Pyramid Warden. So we'll go ahead and play Fey Flame and pass, which is kind of cringe. Definitely not a good start with our opening hand here. Can play Blade Fly, and then Blade of the White Plane on the Lad is going to be useful. The Gloam Druid Blade Fly combination is a classic as well. Probably don't play Blade Fly next turn. I'll probably just GP. This is such a cringe hand. I can actually kill this. Yes, I'm going to do this line. So we're very likely to get hit with a Light's Levy here, unfortunately. But when he Light's Levies, this... Oh, it doesn't go to the Void. That is true. Yeah, this is the first example of the nerf really coming in and being very impactful. So... like, if we play Blade of the White Plane on this, he gets it right back, which is very problematic. So I'm going to play this first. That way we have something to get back from the Void when it dies, when this dies. So they're probably going to attack one of the Blade Flies and heal. Ooh, it goes face, which I don't think was what they wanted to have happen. If they make trade here, it's intriguing. If they don't, it's also intriguing. Gloam hits there, there. And we might be getting somewhere here. We can get a really good turn. It can definitely swing this game in the correct direction for us. Now, the cruel card to play here would be Ukos Eclipse, because what we really need is something in our Void, which we are void of, pun intended. Okay, Recovering Sigil. So he's going with the card draw here. So we do have one card in our Void we can get back, which is very nice. Get the Acolyte, and we're going to give this order as well. All right, how do we want to do this? We definitely want to peel here. And then this peels here. We double peel here. I think this turn is relatively simple. So we get back the Blade Fly. We draw a card from this. Wildfire is very intriguing. I do have to be careful because, you know, everything gets the order if I buff everything too much here, but we can start to expand wider, especially next turn maybe with Finian if we start to get bored here. But the Blade of the White Plane coming in clutch, a new card from Light's Verdict. We've got some burst here. We've got the Gloam in hand. We have Underbrush. Had a very awkward start to this game. I think that's the main headline from our perspective, the Recovering Sigil. Going to keep these things kind of rolling somewhat from our opponent's perspective. Now the thing is the Blade of the White Palm, if it can hit here, we do draw a card. So they're going to give this order. And, I mean, we've got options. Marshwalker, Wildfire is certainly a play. Not sure it's necessarily the best play. But But it does get value somewhat with that. Okay, jag here. Now the thing is if we hit one and then hit there, we can do this, this, and this, and we start to expand wider. Okay, and we also get to draw a card off of this. Okay. This is reasonable. And get as wide of a board as possible here. Unfortunately, we can't buy the Rune of Strength yet. I have to be careful with how many 3+ strength minions I have because of Lips Are Sealed. In fact, if he's got it, he probably just plays it right now. It is something to note here. He can try to lock down these. I have a lot of 3+ strength minions on board, which we may see him attempt to take advantage of. Ukos and Eclipse. We're actually okay with this. It's not horrendous. And he gets the Rune of Strength. I can see why he would want that. Inescapable Duty. What is he going to get back? Probably the Pyramid Warden, I would guess. So he got back an Inquisitor Informant. Interesting. I would like as many minions on board as possible. But I also want a Wildfire here. Okay, let's do this, and we're just going to pip out the Wildfire. We only have 2 minions that kind of get burnt here. And we are definitely pressing some more damage forward by doing this. I'm going to buy the Lambasting Wand. It's the most interesting card in the Sanctum. We've got a lot of minions and not much space, so those two are kind of borderline. Very interesting. Got off to a slow start this game, but we're starting to creep our way back in. So they have the Lips Are Sealed, so this and this get locked. These are okay. Okay, they're gonna keep those kind of in lock as well. Another Wildfire is interesting. I'm just going to GP here. I think we're about to run into a Lysander's Mercy. So the cool thing about Lambasting Wand here is I can potentially get frenzied if he plays Lysander's Mercy here. Now he could just play Demogorgon, of which case we are in a tough spot for sure. We're definitely in a tough spot if he has Demogorgon in this position. Radiant Bomber, what is he going to get back? Lips Are Sealed. Definitely Lips Are Sealed. Definitely going to get back Lips Are Sealed here. So we don't want to play Wildfire because they got back Lips Are Sealed. Give this up. This is such a cringe line, you know? But I don't think we really have much we can do here except sit. And the longer we sit, the better it is for Copper here. We get a Badger back, Trial the Hydra. Trial the Hydra looks sexy, but with Lips Are Sealed, we've gotta be patient here. We have to be very patient. Floating 7 is just so cringe. It is so cringe. So he's probably going to play Lips Are Sealed. And when he does, I think maybe we go for the Wildfire. I think we've got to eventually go for it. We've got Trial the Hydra back up as well. Okay, they're going to go with CERN instead. Just such an awkward position from my end. I definitely want to get rid of CERN because when he heals minions, he draws cards, and I think he needs to draw cards here. So big turn here. I think we definitely Wildfire. Probably Wildfire and Archer this turn. Yeah, I want to get rid of this. If at all possible. So we're going to attempt to attack here with here. And successful. So we can clear 2 of his minions. We know he's got lips are sealed. So we'll just GP. So he's probably going to go face and then play lips are sealed. So he's got to be somewhat careful. If he lets us get Trial of the Hydra down, we might be able to win with all the regen we have on board. Demogorgon. Yeah, that's problematic too. I will go ahead and confuse his demo. Seems like the thing to do. I don't know our path to victory here. I think the answer is that there is none. So game 3 will indeed be necessary. Game 3 will feature this deck that I'm playing right now, and Copperpitch will be playing Deception. I think we would have had a chance this game if we got off to a quicker start, but that lips are sealed was quite harsh. Quite harsh indeed. So will he play lips are sealed to lock down my minions or not here? If he doesn't, maybe there's some like amazing burst play that we can try to figure out here. Okay, Rune of Strength. Ambitious Adventurer. Okay, he's digging for something. We have to play Trial of the Hydra here. Then after that, what? That is the question. After that, what? So Trial of the Hydra is the only play. Of course, we know that he has lips are sealed, so... Trying to figure out my attack order here. This is very important. I think that's clean. Kill this. I have to kill this. I'm not sure I did that correct at all. See, the thing is we just get wrecked by Lysander's Mercy here. So I'm not sure I did that right at all, but that was a very hard turn to play. A lot of options that turn. A lot of options indeed. So he's going to play Lips Are Sealed, which locks down a majority of my side. Eventually he has to play Lysander's Mercy, but he shouldn't play it now. My hand is way too full. With no real way to like unlock my side from the order, we're very, very problematic here. And there's just no way he doesn't have Lysander's Mercy, right? He always has it here. I'm going to buy the rune. Nope, I can't. Well, there's that. I don't want to play Lightning Strike into this board. I mean, hypothetically, if our stuff ever woke up, then, I mean, we'd be fine. Oh, yeah, that's going to do it. Yeah, that will be it. And I'll just do it for the memes. Game 3 is going to be necessary. Unfortunately. Tough game, though. Those early start was really what made all the difference there. Just really got a bad opening hand and could not recover. So game 3, it all comes down to this. The player going second has won the first two, so why not make it 3 in a row? So it comes down to his deception list versus my nature list. My nature list getting the big L last game. Really bad opening hand is really what cost us the game. And geez, no. Oh man, is this really how we're going to go down? Man. Such a bad mulligan. This is such a bad mulligan. I mean, it's just horrendous. It's just what it is. I mean, it is what it is, but it is horrendous. Not a good opening hand right there. Not a good opening hand at all. Okay, Gleamweaver. Geez, double Fae Flame is a bit unfortunate. We're going to go ahead and peel the minion. The Martyr of the White Plane can not do too much against the Armor Lurker. Jeez, just a horrendous start. I don't really feel like pipping this out. We just don't get value there. This is a really bad opening hand for us in a very critical situation, too. You hate to see it. Okay, they have Counterfeit. And they're going to use the Counterfeit to potentially remove the Badger, I would assume. Or are they going to give us a hit with the Armor Lurker? They can go either way. Can either double attack here. They only run one Counterfeit, so that's one thing I have to keep in mind, or get to keep in mind. We're definitely leaning toward Bladefly next turn. They can indeed peel, but there's ultimately not too much I can do about it. They're going to double attack and remove the Badger. Okay, Wildfire with a Bladefly is always interesting. But unfortunately with Armor Lurker, it just doesn't feel like we're getting any value. They're going to peel one very, very easily here. We're kind of needing some crazy RNG moments to break our way. Just a really bad opening hand in back-to-back games. Games 2 and Games 3. It's just really frustrating here. The nature list. And this deck has a very low curve. And we're just not getting there. Just not getting there at the moment. Orpheo's Distraction. Okay, that's the one we want to trade off. Now, will it listen or not is the question. The answer is usually not. Not a great turn from his perspective either, if we're being honest. But that just means he's probably holding like Raptures and stuff like that. Stone Skin on this is interesting. Lightning Strike. Okay, we get the trade. That's definitely the trade we wanted to have happen there. We'll play the Martyr of the White Plane. Not getting great value out of it, but it is what it is. Going to try to get some Degen action rolling here, probably. Very shortly. Degen, Fayflame. Just not a really good hand at all. Wild Hog does not help my calls the least bit. It's funny just to bluff this because we don't have Gloam, but by doing that we're making him think we have Gloam. By giving this Confuse, we make him think we have Gloam because this is an open deck list. He can see that we have Gloam Weaver in our deck. So that's the thought processes behind that. Setting up 3 Confused creatures, a very awkward mana turn. We're definitely bluffing the Gloam Druid here. It is a bluff because we indeed do not have it. But, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do here. Okay, not surprised to see him remove that. Probably gonna try to kill the Badger right now if he can. I think it's Degen time. Probably get ripped by Rapture though. Yeah, Rapture is going to be problematic, isn't it? If I don't play another minion, then this is okay. It's just very awkward not to GP, especially when I got buffs in hand. So I'm not going to play another minion because if they have Rapture, this would die if I have 4. I'm playing around the Rapture. But they could just have Blade of the White Palm, and this is the juiciest target they've seen for that. In which case, we're in a very, very deep situation. They're going to Cutthroat. They're going to take either my... They're going to take my... Oh, interesting, they took my Lightning Strike. Very intriguing. They just instantly took the Lightning Strike. Did they even look at my hand? Sometimes you wonder if they did or not. It was just done so quickly. I mean, I feel like he's got Rapture. Lightning Strike kills this. Always. Selena's okay. Thing is, if we play a minion and we Wildfire, we get wrecked here. If we just Selena does at least live. We know they have Lightning Strike. Selena protects this from Lightning Strike, though. I think we just hope he doesn't have Rapture now, which is probably a failed proposition. He's probably got it. But there's no reason to not hit the GP because we can't protect Degen here. I mean, they probably have Rapture here. Or they could have Demogorgon. And that might have been why they just instantly took Lightning Strike, is to protect their demo. Is indeed a possibility. Probably a probability. Imagine he's playing something juicy at 7 here. Yeah, demo. Oh, Ethereal? Ooh. Interesting. If only I had a way to reduce the strength on this. I mean, have a decent turn here, right? So we're going to shoot this for 2. Gonna do this, this. And we're gonna give up these 2 tiny minions. Right there. Right there. That was a mistake because of this. Interesting. Jeez, I forgot about that card twice this turn. It's pretty pathetic. And he gets Helma back. Let's pick this up. Might should have picked up the front line. I thought I should pick up something, though. Wondering if he's trying to set up the Rapture there, potentially. We know he can play Helma again if he wants. Okay, Umber this. To there. Onto Hunting Trap. Into Lightning Strike here. Pretty effective turn. Not gonna lie, pretty effective turn. Another Wildfire. If we do Badger, GP, Wildfire, we have 4 minions on board. This lives Rapture. I like having my stuff survive Rapture, or some things survive Rapture. So we're gonna push some damage forward here. The Rune of Sight could be interesting next turn. Don't feel the need to attack. Probably going to see either a Helma or a demo this turn. It would be my guess. Rapture kills these 2. This does survive a Rapture, amazingly. It's actually quite amazing he hasn't drawn a Rapture yet, if he hasn't. Interesting, gonna go the stat reduction route. Maybe steal this guy as well. I think Belay to the White Plane here is definitely the best line for me here. Is there ever a path to lethal here? Like, hypothetically, if one of the cards I foresee into is Trial of the Hydra, this would be 4 damage. This would be 3 damage. Okay, there's never lethal with Trial of the Hydra here. So we're just going to do this, which is the correct play. Underbrush. I like Underbrush here. So this pushes the most damage possible. Now we might get hit with a Rapture here. That is indeed very possible. Very possible indeed. This minion will survive. This won't. This minion will survive. The card we do not want to see is Demogorgon. He's only got 3 cards in hand. One of them is Helmna. And that's the card we see. An 8/8 Helmna. But if we can get Trial of the Hydra, I think we win. Let's go digging. There it is. I think we win now. I think we just flat out win here. So this deals 6 to... Yeah, that should be lethal. That should be lethal. Wow, what a game. What a game. So this is exactly lethal. Wow. Wow. Wow, that was a tough one. That was a tough one. Woo!